Because we've split the VOD here, now's is the good time to say hello, YouTube. You can say hello, YouTube. Does anybody happen to remember the name of that elf? The elven outpost liaison. Because we could look them up in Legends. It was Catan something. The elf's wife's name? I mean, that'd do. Won't they be a figure of the Civ? This is true. Is it this person? Ah, that was quick. Grand Fountains held a foot race. So they were born, it was an elf, they were the third eldest son of Lemul, Book Drums, and Kimul Blockade Hyped. Thank you very much for the hype train chat. $7 in bits and 3 subscriptions. Was a ranger in Clout Mind. All right. Well, got married in the year 500 and has been the outpost liaison since the year 390. Yeah, literally in the year 390. Rory, thanks for the 20 bucks.
Let's go. Attempt numero dos.
Thank you very much for the 20 bucks, Rory. Appreciate you, man. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Casual liaison for 110 years. I mean, I'm sure that there's been dwarven liaisons for that long. Also, very fitting time of year for this to happen. We literally died on the 1st of spring. That's very funny, actually. We literally died on the 1st of spring. Okay, so the last fortress was right here. This was the location. Ghostrazor, terrifying biome. Very disappointing. So, we are going to resettle here in this tropical most moist broadleaf forest, which is terrifying. The nearest thing to us is goblins. There's also this terrifying tropical coniferous forest. The problem is the only metals we have are nickel and gold. So, that sucks. If I'm being honest. Absolutely sucks. So I guess bone, bolts, and lava for defense it is. Gold-plated spoons then? I mean, yeah, we'll be trading for stuff, I suppose. I think this will do. What do you think? Light aquifer, maybe need to be carried away. You've selected an evil area. The environs here, yep. You've selected a savage area. The wildlife may be very dangerous here. Maybe you'll find another gold noodle. Gold artifact warhammer. Yeah, I mean, totally. There's no flux. No, it's literally just gold and nickel. Can't feel your legs. That's not good. Should try touching them, and you could feel them. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, there is sand. Ridiculous art? Nothing particularly memorable, no. Blue Ford. Aside from, you know, the normal thongs with funny names and whatnot. All of our steel will be traded for them? Yes. Or, alternatively, we don't even worry about steel. and just pour lava on the invaders. Only terrifying? It's only terrifying, yeah, but there's like a haunted space down here, but it's also only got gold and nickel. Like this whole area only has gold and nickel. I'm pretty sure terrifying is the meanest evil biome, is it not? Unless I'm mistaken. I thought that terrifying was the Untamed Wilds equivalent. There's also this place. This place would truly be cursed. The reason this place would truly be cursed is because that's a fucking tower. So we could also do that place. They have silver and copper. And flux. And sand. Does the ocean have different metal? Gold, silver. Oh, actually, that's a little better. Gold, silver, copper, and zinc. And it is haunted. Could do that. Could go for that. So we could settle like right here. You're right, yeah. We could in fact make bronze. And I don't know about you, but I kind of don't really want to be right on the front doorstep of a tower, because that's what we're doing for the other fort right now. So, hey, Darren. What's up? Do it. Mild life may be very dangerous here. Well, let's do... I really should have just set this... Let's do exactly what we did the last time, all right? So we're going to go with... We're just going to give everybody some points in, like, wrestling and dodging. Efficient dodger. 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 And Dodger. Can you redeem a dwarf you feel invested? Can you redeem a dwarf? No. Do you have a chance of getting a dwarf? Yes. Alright, and you here. You can be a carpenter. You can be a miner. And you can be a miner. All the skills are laid out. Let's go over to here and let's go short. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4 iron short swords. I know it's disabled. That's why I said no. It's basically I just pull names out of chat. I'm not doing the reward right now, and I have no intention of enabling it. Let's just put the rest into booze. It's like, can you get a dwarf? Certainly. Can you redeem one? No. Yeah, and like the problem with the reward is certain people that have really... Oh, I just realized the volume's out of whack. Certain people who have really good connection to Twitch get the reward 9 times out of 10, and then nobody else would ever get them. So when I had it on, the result was, it's funny that's called gold squashes. Gold did in fact squash the last fort. 2 ghost, 2 razor. Ghost, razor. Could call it ghost razors. I'm not calling it Ghostbuster. I'm not going to do that. The Barricade of Wood. That's a very elfy name. The... Everlasting Ghost of... Terror. Too on the nose? What do you think? No, but if someone wants to skim back through the VOD, they could go look up the name of that demon. It wasn't too far back. Many things the reward system too has its flaws. Yeah. So lurkers never get picked, gotcha? You just gotta put your hand up when I ask if you want a dwarf, Specbot. And yes, you would absolutely get a dwarf. Also, it's good to see you. Been a minute. What was the reward problem? Too many people, not enough dwarfs. So I just name a bunch of dwarves whenever there's a migrant wave. It's just easier. It's just easier. This is gonna be called... Thought I was asking. What? No? So it's going to be called the Dead Fortress, and the image of this is going to be an image of a demon of native gold. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Creature. Dwarves. Dead. Devouring the dwarves. Laughing. Don't ask me how it's laughing, but it's laughing. What are we holding up for, Procrastin Panda? Meanwhile, Crenrays used to be rich, apparently. Ordis, hello. How's things? I think that'll work. So our symbol is an image of a demon of native gold and dwarves. The dwarves are dead. The demon of native gold is devouring the dwarves. The demon of native gold is laughing. And then what was the name of the god of death? Of the god of murder? I should have memorized this by now, but I haven't for some reason. So somebody in chat with a better memory than me. What was the name of the god of death? I'm trying to read 2 chat rooms and also like follow alerts and stuff. Not Piss. Piss is a god, in fact, but not the god we're looking for now. Piss is the god of something unrelated. Angzak, that's it. Yeah, this. Piss is a god, but not the god we're looking for. Angzak is cooking. Should let him cook, chat. It's literally like the god of rebirth, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, an image of a gold demon, dwarves, and Angzak, the deity of murder, depicted as a male dwarf. The dwarves are dead. The demon of native gold is devouring the dwarves. The demon of native gold is laughing. Angzak is cooking. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we all need the god of piss. None of us want the god of piss, you know what I'm saying? That's our image. These are our dwarves. Let's see if this is more successful. Chat room, if you wish to wish me luck, could I get a strike the earth with either a pickaxe emoji or the mining? Dwarf emote, crypt pick. Strike the earth. You've arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended, and your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Zugobezvon. Almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves, as they have no idea what's coming for them. You are expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you. Air, and enough time, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the jaguar men get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here, at this place. Ghostrazor. Strike the earth. All right, well, consider it strong. Those are some thick trees. They're all dead. I'm gonna unpause the game. Around 10 seconds. Pause it. Yeah. Well, that's scary. Giant parrots. Or lovebirds, I guess. There's a god of schist. That's all I have to say. That's... All right, we have to look at this in ASCII. Are there parrot sites? What do you mean parrot? Is this a parasite question? Oh, shit. Don't see that very often. Look at that. Sparrowman leather. We have a resident? Yeah, there's a little camp. Someone was camping here. Never seen ruins in your game before? These aren't ruins. This is a campsite. This is a campsite. This is something that you could find in adventure mode. It's very rare that you'll actually run into them unless you're specifically looking for them. I wasn't. So, that is interesting. Okay, well. Let's begin hacking stuff down. Exact same strat as before. All right, so Dwarf starts digging, or Dwarf chops down trees, and we start digging. You once found one with animal people near them? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, animal people not being near likely just means that, or nothing being around likely just means that they are just off map. Jeez. Just tapped out by mistake. So, if it lets it, yeah, I don't know if you can deconstruct it. I guess I could try. There's smoke here? Oh shit, campfire ashes. Speaking of other things you literally never see in Dwarf Fortress. An actual campfire. Like, we've just found an adventure mode site. Like, that's what's happened. We may also find things inside of these once we start peeking inside. Oh, wow. We can actually get the Sparrowman leather from them. That's gnarly, actually. Okay, let's do this. Around the edges. Clear all this out. There's also some random Sparrowman leather tiles in the ground. That's kind of nuts. Make a bunch of bags. You have smoke. It's smoldering. It's because it's been out for a while. So fires that were lit the night before smolder the next day. So yeah, they're just smoldering, essentially. So, if you would like a dwarf chat room, I'm going to snipe one real quick. Amber-esque is our first dwarf, who's also our carpenter. And she has a strong sense of duty and likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. She has an active imagination, and she generally is quite confident in her abilities when undertaking specific ventures. She is assertive, and she doesn't focus on material goods and does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. She is often nervous, and she tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects. She is grateful when others help her out and tries to return favors. Tends to considers what others think of her and taps her feet when there's a lull in the conversation and needs alcohol to get through the working day. So you're a Sonic impersonator. Personally finds the pursuit of knowledge to be a waste of effort and values decorum, dignity, and proper behavior and sees war as a useful means to an end. So I'm going to be trying to name dwarves that weren't in the last fort. Just heads up. So let's go with I can spell. Lanix. And remember, there will be migrant waves and all that. He is absorbed in delusions of self-importance, and he does not generally seek retribution for his past wrongs. He has an active sense of humor, and he is moved by art and natural beauty. He is torn by this since he sees the pursuit of art as a waste. He sounds like a troubled artist. He tends to be passive in discussions and can handle stress. He isn't particularly curious about the world, and he prefers to present himself modestly. He is trusting, and he occasionally overindulges, and he has a sense of duty. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and personally finds artwork boring and respects the law. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Yes, a demon made of gold, complete fort wipe. This next dwarf here is gonna be, can you be a cat? I didn't bring any cats, so no. But you can be a dwarf, Celestaris. She feels helping others is an imposition on her time and lives at a high energy and kinetic pace. She is somewhat scatterbrained and doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She is often nervous and doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She doesn't handle stress well and doesn't often feel envious of others. She needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors, only grumbles mildly at cruddy weather. Been playing a lot more DF recently, and today 5 troglodytes managed to get into your fort and walked into your tavern just as the party ended and were promptly killed by everyone in the fort. Also, merchants have started leaving via the caverns. Awesome. Topike, thank you very much for continuing that gift sub, by the way. A dwarf that isn't a dwarf, Rory. If they're not a dwarf, they don't need booze to get through the working day. But Rory now needs booze to get through the working day. You know, it's been like 4 years since we last hung out, Rory. Holy shit. Anyway, sees others as selfish and conniving, tends to make a small mess of his own possessions, doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living, and is grateful when others help him out. He tries to return favors and can sometimes act without deliberation. He has little interest in joking around and needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at crappy weather. Don't make you go back to a damn con? I don't know. Go to Canada then. I don't know. I'm easy to run into. I think Hobo's going to be up here in Canada at some point. He was saying something about that. Something to do with getting on a boat to go somewhere cold. Anyway. Dreams of mastering skill and personally respects power. Finds nature somewhat disturbing and respects the law and finds leisure time wasteful. Who is next? Who's next? Zuglar, the expedition leader. Was satisfied it worked. And also worships Jipum. Come on. Speaking of work. There was our friend Optimus up here who asked really nicely for a dwarf. So you know what, Optimus? You are now officially our expedition leader. Optimus is the expedition leader, and she is given to flights of fancy to the point of distraction. Takes offered helping gifts without feeling particularly grateful. She can handle stress, and she is stubborn in changing her mind about things. She doesn't focus on material goods, and she is quite polite. She is slow to trust others, and she likes to brawl. She doesn't tend to hold on to grievances and needs alcohol to get through the working day and likes working outdoors and only grumbles mildly at crap weather. Next up, we have Ognat. Ognat, you can be... Whiz! Ah! God! We want to give the god a good old whizzy. You're satisfied remembering work. Said no one. She's generally quite unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning her actions. She does not enjoy participating in physical confrontations, and she works to square this natural tendency with her respect of martial prowess. She has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications, and likes a little excitement now and again. She has a greedy streak, and she has a calm demeanor. She finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding, and is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture. When she's trying to remember something, she usually starts tapping her feet. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and personally finds the ideas of independence and freedom somewhat foolish. Finds the pursuit of skill mastery off-putting. She likes nickel, red pyro, floodgates, and the sight of the droplet of serenity. Prefers to drink dwarven wine and can't stand blood gnats. Also worships a boring god. Nobody worships the fun god. Come on, somebody gonna worship the god of murder. How long is it gonna take for me to find somebody who worships the god of murder? Speaking of tap, 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 tap. Remembering work is good means you're not doing it at the... Hey, I enjoy my job. I'm working right now. Later. Yeah, pretty much. Amethyst, you didn't have one in the last one, would flee even the most necessary battle to avoid any form of physical confrontation, and probably will live longer than the rest of the dwarves because of this trait. As a tendency, she has a natural tendency with her... She works to square this natural tendency with her respective martial prowess, and she's not the type to fall in love or even develop positive feelings. She does not find most jokes humorous, and she doesn't often feel envious of others. She has a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others and does not go out of her way to help others. She often experiences strong cravings and urges, and she is troubled by this, and she values powerful forces in life. She does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and she is conflicted by this, and she values artwork and its creation, and she has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. She tends to make a small mess with her own possessions, and she lives a fast-paced life, and she generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy and is quick to anger. Scratches her ear when she's thinking. Needs alcohol to get through the working day and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and personally believes friendship is a key to the ideal life. And she finds that those that deny their impulses are somewhat stiff. And we have an aquifer. Cool! Aquifer time. Let us dig through an aquifer. Fuck this. I mean, what? Let's grab a carpenter. If you want to help the fort, don't die. It's the way you help the fort, because I can't memorialize you if you die. Oh wow, that was quick. So I've got 2 layers of aquifer. That was fast. Kind of surprised they dug through that. Sand is soft, I suppose. But, like, normally they cancel instead of digging through a second layer of the aquifer. Alright, well, that was easy enough. I could have just smoothed that, but... Okay, so we got mudstone, and then I think we hit a second aquifer? Yes, we do. Oh, boy. Hit another layer of aquifer. Smooth all this. Get this smooth. Come on, you pansies. Worship the evil god. Let's have some fun. Oopsies, that's not the tool I wanted. That would have made my life very difficult, so I'm glad I didn't accidentally do that. Well, on the bright side, it's all mudstone. On the bright side, it's all mudstone. So we can just smooth it, which actually makes things quite a bit easier. God damn it, that's actually what I was worried about. I was very worried that this would start happening. By this would start happening, I mean the water starts filling up. Needed to restart your PC. I can't remember the last time I actually had a computer with an antivirus on it. Genuine statement. All right, so up here, let's just make a hatch cover. Okay, so it's just the giant masked lovebirds. Goodness for the ability to stop pausing on aquifers. We've always had that ability. You just used to have to restart the game to do it. So that's nothing new. Kind of hoping we'd get spooky plants and like glumprong trees. And we just get dead trees. All right. Cool. Water evaporated. Microsoft very rarely actually screws me over with their updates. Generally, their updates just kind of work. At least for me. They fix traders not wanting to leave after they get spooked. That's been a bug in the game for, like, as long as I've played it. So, no. No, they haven't. It's also not a super high priority, I don't think. I hate conglomerate. Conglomerate and I think mudstone are, like, the only two materials that can actually have aquifers in them that are a stone. Annoying. What? Wait. Sweet. We dug to the bottom. Right, so this can just be smoothed. Rock salt! Everybody's favorite cool pink rock. Everybody loves rock salt, chat. Hell yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. A puddle of water landed in the bottom and canceled my digging. God damn. Mood lighting? What, the rock salt? Almost as salty as most of the internet. This is very true, yes. We are through the aquifer. I'm trying to let this spread out. Dry faster. Damn it. There we go. Now we can dig down. Gonna hit a cavern in no time. It's ironic that the salt layer was wet. It wasn't. It was just wet because water fell out of the conglomerate layer into this rock salt layer. That's the reason it was wet. Not because it was actually wet. It wasn't actually wet. Oh my Christ, did I... just run into another aquifer? Chat room, I have reason to believe I just ran into another aquifer. We are admittedly underneath an ocean. Yeah, no, there is no actual aquifer in the rock salt layer. Okay, well... Oh, that sucks. That might actually be part of the problem. We're right next to the ocean. Right next to. Okay, let's see. Is this actually an aquifer, or did it just fall out of that corner? Yes, this is actually aquifer. Okay. Well, I'm glad we have that cleared up. Should probably unpause the game. Let's just go down a layer. Oopsies. That, not what I wanted to do. More sandstone. Well, the aquifer on the other map was significantly more manageable. I will say that. So I guess what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to just start digging this out. On this layer. We obviously will continue digging down, but we have to get through this aquifer first. So might as well just start getting stuff underground. Instead of diddly-doddling and dying. Now we have giant lorikeets. This map is also scorching, by the way. The ocean is haunted, and the forest is just plain spooky. It's terrifying. Exclamation point Halloween gives you the goal for this particular fort. Or I guess a series of forts now. The many attempts of Ghostrazor to be something more. I mean, we haven't found any gold yet, but supposedly there is gold in this map. God dang it. Still in sandstone, still water. Probably baby blue fort. But I'm just trying to get down to the magma sea. I don't particularly care about the gold right now. Yes. Ah, dang it. I thought I saw them keep digging, and I was about to be like, yeah, we're still in sandstone. I actually am really curious to know how deep this is. I don't know if that's funny. It's an apples to oranges comparison. Bucket glass? I need to drink more coffee, I think. It's been almost an 8-hour stream so far. It's coffee time. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, fuck. Game. Oh, wait. Wait. We've made it, chat. We've made it. Okay, never mind. We are through. We are good. We are clean. We are safe. We have made it. Hallelujah. What are we at now? Gabbro. Awesome. Well, that's a thick-ass aquifer. Jesus, man. Safe now? Well, I mean, from the water. It just means I can dig. Mm-hmm. Just waiting because, like, there's nothing I can do currently. There's, like, so many... so did all of this conversation come from the antivirus statement that I made earlier? Hey, Trashy! How you doing, dude? Trashy's been following me longer than most of you guys have had a Twitch account. Okay, I'm just trying to catch myself back up here. Gotcha. Damn, Trash, you know it's been almost 10 years. It's fucking nuts. Longer than most of you, I said, Baby Blueford. Most of you. You're unfortunately sick since today. Is that why you're tuning into Twitch? That's unfortunate, dude. Feel better soon. 76, 77, 8, 79. It'd be great if we could do this without hitting a single cavern layer, actually. So no metal yet, but we have found kimberlite. Game-wise, it's probably great. Trashy. But it runs so terrible, it's borderline unplayable for some people, myself included. You will like the new one once they fix it. Which they've said they will, so that's generally a pretty good sign. Okay, so is there a particular reason you canceled this? Oh, it's semi-molten rock. Well, okay. In that case... What's happening? Chat, give Laya the good news and the bad news. I mean, the original City Skylines was pretty good, unless you modded the game to build bigger cities. Right? Like, if you just played that game in vanilla content, it actually ran pretty well by the end of it. The problem is nobody played that game in vanilla content. Everybody played that game with every single possible, like, size and scale mod on, which just made the game massive. So, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too much, to be honest with you. I'm sure that they will fix it eventually. And for now, I just won't worry about it. Yeah, it also, if it was just like poisonous bite or poisonous sting, we probably would have killed it. Oh, there we go. We're hitting more semi-molten rock. Can't dig through that. We are literally on bedrock currently. Can I smooth semi-molten rock? Guess I can't. Specifically a leprechaun. I don't know about that. Yeah, we were carving out temples and I dug into it. Mostly by mistake. I say mostly, but I was taking dumb risks. It was like largely my own fault. I knew what I was getting into, and it was entertaining. So I think that there's hot stuff above this. But I'm really scared to just dig up. Because I just dig up, I very well may just hit the magma sea. I did that intentionally, Vox2%. So, no, not particularly. Actually. Believe it or not. So this dwarf is sleeping. I feel like I should just remove these jobs until this dwarf wakes up. Because, like, if this actually is just the lava sea, it could just spill in. I wouldn't compare City Skylines and Dwarf Fortress. That's a silly comparison. Very, very, very different kinds of games. Yeah, and you know, making games more prettier is what large publishers care about, right? Paradox, as much as some people refuse to admit it, is a large publisher that cares about profit. It's quite literally it. I've discovered the Great Magma Sea and I guess 3 different unusual volcanic walls. Yes. And we are now flooding this lower area. So it's a good thing I made sure that that dwarf wasn't sleeping. And Optimus, you get to run away really quickly. I'm going to forbid all of these boulders down here so nobody does a stupid and tries to pick them up. And, well, we now know where the fortress is going to be. Okay, so there's a fun wall. It's a pretty deep magma sea, actually. And if we build right here, we'll have plenty of space to build. So this is going to be where the fortress is going to be. And there we go. We got our spot. Look at that. Excellent. So our spot's going to be these. I'm so happy we skipped out on all of the cavern layers this time. I can't even describe it. I'm so happy. This is really good news, chat. It's really good news because it means I don't actually have to worry about, it's good news because I don't actually have to worry about defending the caverns at all, which was my hope for this fort.
Keys has the dwarves, soon the fortress.
He's has $1 that Giraffe gave him. You've never been able to skip through them? I mean, it's just dumb luck. I could use reveal all and see where they are and how close I missed them by, which may actually be a bit of fun, but... Got microcline down here, well that's cool. We're gonna have lots of microcline. Granite as well, good stuff. So this is just gonna fill up down here. Melt all these boulders. I'm gonna need to dig this out, probably. Or like actually floor this off, maybe. Let's do this. Actually, no, we'll just leave it for the exact moment we will leave it. 2 dwarves digging. Making rock blocks. I can cancel now. Can also get rid of both of these. So we do have a bunch of quartzite here too. Bunch of gabbro, bunch of clay stone. The sandstone is all wash. We got a bunch of rock salt. I feel like we should dig around in the clay stone. Semi-molten rock is Dwarf Fortress's equivalent of bedrock. Pink Fort can be. Evil Pink Fort. And then, because I was really happy with the higher layer level design, we're actually gonna basically mimic it. Yeet. I should actually be able to do this. Hello, Hobo. How are you? Got Rory and Hobo. Got the whole gang's back together. How's things, Hobo? Hobo, guess what? We've been streaming all day today on Twitch and YouTube with chat on YouTube. And it's been pretty good. People have been behaving. It's nice. Frankly. Kind of surprised, actually. Did the Halloween fort fall? No. This is the Halloween fort. Clearly you are mistaken, Ranger Rick. This is the Halloween fort. It definitely didn't fall. No. No, our great holy god king of murder has informed us to simply move locations. Definitely no fortress fell. I don't know what you're possibly speaking of. Seems like slander. There was no demons that killed all of the dwarves. Definitely not. I don't know what you're suggesting. But TLDR, yes. The fortress fell, and it was destroyed by a demon made of solid gold with poison vapors. You showing up late with no idea. I mean, Corey Fancy Pants, it's all fine. Just don't. It'll all go up on YouTube. Don't worry about it. Did I crack open the circus by accident? Not the entirety of the circus, but we were channeling out a temple, and I was like, we're right on the edge of a fun spiral. Let's just chisel out some upset, and then a native gold demon came running out and killed literally everybody, including my whole military. Dwarves are resilient. We were able to expel one whole family of named dwarves, so hopefully they'll migrate back. Hopefully. Same world. So the quest to find dwarves that worship the metal god of murder continues. It's gonna be so much for these dwarves to mine. We'll see you later, G-Fin. Take care of yourself. Don't sleep too much. Don't sleep too little. All right, let's do all this. Unfortunately, you know, it is one of the risks as well with playing around in the magma sea in such early games, so that's priority number 1. We'll dig this out on priority number 2. You know, as long as I channel down, this should be pretty safe. This is going to end up being my magma reservoir. Yeah, I should be able to just channel down from right here. Maybe right there. But I'm going to need to put a stoneworker shop. To not hit a candy spire. Well, I guarantee you there is no candy down here. There's, however, a bunch of microcline up here. I mean, it means I might actually start digging down into there elsewhere. Lots of giant masked birds. I'm going to leave the game paused for 90 seconds because Twitch is currently stuck in an ad. I just want to say real quick shout outs to the 221 people watching on Twitch and the 34 watching on YouTube. I have had 819 views on the YouTube stream with an average view of 21 minutes and 37 seconds. Pretty great, actually. And just as a reminder, I am looking at both chats, but only actually responding to the Twitch chat.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her.
Good to see you too, Armor.
NHAAT. Oh, hi, blind IRL.
Is it funny that I didn't even need to look at the chat to know that it was Armor? It's good to see you, Armor. How you been, man? Thank you very much for the 36th month. I just knew. I was aware immediately of whom that was. Armor, hope that you're doing well. Thank you very much for the 36th month. And chat room, thank you very much for the absurd number of gift subs today. Just as a reminder, I do get 70% of all tiers of subscriptions because I do have that coveted 70-30 split through Twitch. So I do greatly. Okay, so there is a fun tube like right here. We have to be careful about over there. Just don't go over there. It'll get hot if we go over there. But seriously, chat room, thank you so much to everybody who supports this channel, because like I legitimately wouldn't have this job if people didn't support this channel. I mean, we'll have to post a lot of beers on Hobo's B-Day. Okay, so this up here. Floodgate. Floodgate with the game paused. God damn it. With the game paused. Need to fix my space bar. I swapped it out for... Do I really have nothing? Okay, I do know for a fact that we hit some Gabbro back up here. There it is. Okay, so let's... Priority number 1. Funk. Bonk. Gray Buffalo Bull was found starved to death. Oh, right, yeah, all this grass is dead. I was like, why buffaloes die of death? What? It's because it's... so you right here. Going to make a temple to... Man. Nobody, why doesn't anybody just worship the god of murder? Okay, no, I'm just gonna make a temple to no specific deity off the bat. I will change it to the, I will make temples to every single deity in due time. But for right now, we'll just go with one temple to no specific deity. Let's do that first. Okay, now we have Gabbro. Cancel this again. We're going to make a floodgate. Oh, goddamn. Pause the game. We're going to make a floodgate out of Gabbro. What we're going to do. I'm also going to make mechanic shop right here. And I'm also going to make a carpenter's shop down here. I don't care. I'm trying to build a fort around the god of murder, and this would be much less effort if they just worshipped it already. But, you know. Get you repeating, and then just make, like, 10 beds. Also, I would just like Rari to be informed that Optimus is now in love with Rari. So Rari, congratulations, you now have a lover. It's 1:09 a.m. in Ireland. So I will be live tomorrow. So you could watch earlier at a more reasonable time for you, because that's pretty, like, bananas late. Also, all of the VODs from my streams go up on the YouTube channel Blind Extras. You could watch the VOD there at a later date. Drenched in blood. What do you mean unpopular to commit? Says cast of says Wesley Snipes in Demolition Man. Wait, what do you mean murder isn't popular to commit? I refuse to believe this. This is madness. Speaking of madness, let's make a stockpile for food, shall we? Make it for all food, except for seeds. Except Optimus is just gonna keep digging. So you're not working tomorrow? You're from Cork City? Gotcha. I have family in Ireland. Small town that I can't pronounce the name of. More accurately, I just don't want to say it because it's mean to, you know, dox distant relatives loosely. Also, in regards to Bane, no, it's not the end of the world. I'm simply streaming on YouTube because I can. We're also streaming on Twitch. Twitch changed the rules slightly, so we can stream on both. You make your dwarves in the fortress fight to death for population control. Not really, no. Dwarves aren't really into murdering each other, unless they're, like, insane. So if a dwarf is insane, maybe, but generally dwarves don't go insane. Unless something crazy is afoot. All right, so right here I could probably place this. Let's see. Yep, I can. I could also probably place a lever right here. So they're slowly digging out up here. Sleepy time. We'll see you later, Fractum. Thanks for hanging out. Fell mood kitchen. Yeah, no, totally. I mean, fell moods are extreme cases, right? Outside of extreme cases, dwarves aren't super into just randomly killing each other. And population control isn't an extreme case. If you want population control, just forbid migrants. Or, like, go capture a bunch of sites and send dwarves to go capture them. Like, if you need population control, there are perfectly mechanically legitimate ways of doing that. That do not require murdering your dwarves. Also, Felmood Kitchen is not a kitchen I ever want to go to. 2 Gabbro mechanisms, go into this. Then we pull the lever. And then, after that, we ask the question. Can we, in fact, dig through this safely? So let's see who's the brave volunteer, chat. Could I get a round of beers for good luck for Optimus? Rory's lover. Chilby, right? You sure? I find your optimism impressive. Success. You were correct. Your optimism was not misplaced. And now, just like that, we can begin making metal. Well, actually, now I just need to find some stuff to smelt, because actually I haven't found any metal yet. Which is slightly concerning. Not majorly concerning, but definitely slightly concerning. And I swear I have a plan for these janky as hell walkways. Right, so this down here, I'm just going to do a thing. It's going to seem a little silly. But I'm going to tell the dwarves to channel down through this. And then we are going to build stairs going up to here. Because they can just go down on this side. It's really weird. I'm using a old OBS feature which shows Twitch stats, which just says that my channel has 0 views on it because Twitch removed views a while ago. Which is still a decision that kind of baffles me, but it is the truth. Twitch killed views a while ago. So it just says that my channel has no views on it, and it throws me off whenever I see it. You're here to pick up tips as you're new to the game and you've heard of it before but never tried. You got the basics down so far, so you're not clueless. Well, what do you need help with? I'm trying to do some pretty goofball things for a holiday event. So I don't know if like mimicking this exact gameplay is what you want to be doing if you're playing Dwarf Fort, but I mean, this is a really good description on how to increase your maximum fun. All right, so I need a manager. I think Rari would be a good manager. Honestly, I think we're gonna make Rory our manager, and we're gonna make a throne and a table. Wonder why they did that? The short answer is that, I don't know if this is the real answer, but the short answer and the official answer that they gave is that it was causing, like, mental stress for people who had been, like, streaming for a long time, and maybe, let's just say, in a couple of years you amassed 40 million views, and then your audience kind of died, so you go down to, you know, let's just say 20 concurrent viewers instead of 5,000, and then you'd, let's just say, have 20 people watching you, but it says that you have 40 million overall views on your channel, and that number doesn't mean anything, really, based on your current popularity, and so they would get a lot of harassment. That was their reason for removing it. They still show live viewers, but that does not equal views. When views were removed from Twitch... Okay, those are not expensive gems. We can mine through those. When views were removed from Twitch, my channel had, it was like 1.8 million views on it or something. So I probably would have closer to 12 after December. Maybe 20 even at this point. I'd have to go look through all my stats. So they still do show them. They just don't surface them publicly anywhere. But this old plugin that I'm using for Twitch stats still has an option to see your views, and it just has them at 0, which is just funny. Yeah, it kind of does make sense, but I don't know. It kind of sucked for those of us that were like working on amassing massive amounts of views on their channel and felt really proud of that number, and then suddenly that number goes away. And it's like, God damn it. Because I used to know a guy named Cleve who used to stream a lot of City Skylines back in the day. In fact, he got big off of the original City Skylines. He ran into that problem quite a bit, where he had like 1,000 concurrent viewers for a couple of months, so gained it was about 25 million views on his channel, I think. Well, these are rubicellas, which are not a pure ruby to my knowledge. But yeah, they're not valuable. I think it'd be kind of cool to like channel down into all of this stuff down here. There's another one of those pillars. Just be careful about how I do this so I don't flood the fort with lava. And if I do flood the fort with lava, oh well. Worse things have happened. All right, so we're going to need drink. We're also going to need farming. And because I somehow did actually manage to dig through all of the cavern layers, I think I'm just going to queue up. Some squares. With the hope of finding tight. The hope of finding both metals and also a cavern layer. Just to have somewhere to farm. And I should have made that office by this point, so let's... Priority number 1. Make an itty bitty office. Yeah, not actually rubies. Well, if they were rubies, then it would definitely be a gem spire. You know, fun fact. The way you get into hell worked completely differently in older versions of the game. So when I was playing this version for the first time, and I suddenly ran into just like a wall of rubies and diamonds and sapphires, I had a freak out because I had played tens of thousands of hours of this game and never actually encountered a diamond. I'd found a blue diamond once in like 10 years of gameplay. And then suddenly it's just like fucking more rocks, more diamonds than you could possibly ever need. It was kind of weird. well, this down here, everybody should be coming down to construct buildings. This right here is going to be our manager's office. We can start queuing stuff up. Also, honestly, just watching for ideas is probably the best thing you can do. Scripile, also another thing, if you're just looking for ideas. I have a very large playlist called Community Forts. Admittedly, I haven't made as many of them recently, but there's a lot of ideas that I've taken ideas from in those. Just the supply is tightly controlled? Yeah, no, you are correct. But in Dwarf Fortress, they were very rare for a very long time. And then there's like, you know, Skyman's. Diamonds made in the sky. Out of air, compressed. Which is like really cool, actually, but. There's Rory's office. They're also going to be our bookkeeper, probably. I'm going to queue up rock door. Make 25 of them. Make them out of granite. We're also going to make beds. We're also going to make 24 of those. And I'm going to go down here and we're going to place a stockpile. Just of wood. It's 2:24 a.m. Probably a good time to go to sleep. We'll see you later, Laya. You know, lorikeets are pretty terrifying, and this horseshoe crab is adorable, but I was really hoping we'd have undead horseshoe crabs or something, you know? So far, I think the coolest thing about this biome is actually just the fact that we have Sparrow Man leather walls everywhere up here and fires that are still smoldering. Now we just need doors. What, of the lorikeet man leather? Well, I mean, leather doesn't generally smell like anything. I mean, I would assume it would just smell like leather. But I'd also assume it's not fresh. Some burning effigies. If I touch them, they will burn out, though. Can also quite literally do the same thing I was doing previously, which is like drain this lava out. Which could be a bit of fun as well. Obviously, just have to be careful to, you know, not dig through a spire. Ah, right. It's a pretty good way to get a good amount. I think I'm actually going to fill this up with lava, probably. I get some ideas. All right. You are doing your work over there. We are very low on plant. Okay, so I need to figure out how to acquire some farming land within the weird shenanigans that I'm currently doing. I could. Well, some migrants have. Hey! Look who showed up. Acre. Please show up with your lover. Labash is here. Well, Acre's shown up. Unfortunately, I think all of their friends died. Including a devilish potato, if I'm not mistaken. So, Acre has survived, chat. But if you... actually, no, I'm just going to steal somebody from chat here. Bob Tron! Home of the fort. Bob Tron is prone to hatreds and often develops negative feelings, only forms fleeting and emotional bonds and rare emotional bonds with others, and likes to take it easy. He thinks he is fairly important in the end scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, and generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy, and he tends to be swayed by emotional appeals. He doesn't handle stress well, and he is slow to anger, and he does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive feelings. He has a greedy streak, and he isn't particularly curious about the world. He has a certain stare for when he gets annoyed. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and personally doesn't see the attainment of knowledge as important. He's 84 years old, and is emotionally distant, hateful. Doesn't worship the god of murder, even though hateful. God dang it! What do I gotta do to get murder worshippers? Also doesn't worship the god of murder. Speaking of dwarves that don't worship the god of murder, this one can be Bastet. Bastet sometimes acts with little determination and confidence. Prefers to present herself modestly. Doesn't handle stress well, and likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. She isn't particularly ambitious and does not often feel lustful. And she prefers that everyone lives as harmoniously as possible. She is assertive, and she takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful. She has an active sense of humor and a tendency towards forming deep and emotional bonds with others, and inhales sharply when she's angry. And she needs alcohol to get through the working day. She personally sees introspection as important and does not really value skills related to fighting. We gotta say goodnight then. President knows. We'll see you when we see you, dude. It's quite late here in Germany. I believe that, yeah. All right. She sometimes acts with little determination and confidence and prefers to present herself modest. I've already read that. All right, well, that's Bastet. So here we have Bembul, who worships Leto. And Bembul is going to be Rusty. Just pulling names out of chat right now. We do, in fact, need a new pair of murder worshippers. She is a perfectionist, and she is greatly moved by art and natural beauty, and does not trust others, and generally does not respond to emotional appeals. Doesn't handle stress well, and likes to brawl, and has little interest in joking around, and tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects, runs her fingers through her hair when she's nervous, and needs alcohol to get through the working day, dreams of mastering a skill, and personally disdains loyalty, and finds maintaining decorum as silly and fumbling, wasting time. And, good spatial sense, eh? I feel like this dwarf seems like a militia commander. Or Rusty. Rusty seems like a militia commander. And we're going to create a squad of metal arm. Made for training. Hey. Bobtron wants to join the military. Okay, so Lanix is going to join the military. Amber Esk is going to join the military. Celistaris is going to join the military. And Akre is going to join the military. And Bobtron is going to join the military. Speaking of dwarves... That's the goal, Sage. That is the goal. Speaking of dwarves, chat, if you would like a dwarf, say pick me. Don't currently have a dwarf. Jangles. Jangles is a peasant and unable to make decisions without a great deal of input from others. Is very polite and observes appropriate rules of decorum when possible. He very easily falls into love and develops positive feelings. And he is rarely jealous and is very friendly and always tries to say nice things to others. He tends to make a small mess with his own possessions, and he is slow to trust others, and he does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and he is conflicted by this since he values artwork and its creation. He takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful, and he tends to assume that the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass, and he isn't particularly curious about the world. He can handle stress, and he tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. And he likes a little he acts with little determination and confidence, and he has an active imagination. He is slow to anger, and he has little interest in joking around. Dreams of ruling the world. Perfect. He sees power over others as something to strive for. Finds leisure time wasteful. Values hard work and values sacrifice and doesn't really value skills related to fighting. Well, you may not value skills related to fighting, but you do dream of ruling the world. You're going to become our first archer, methinks. Jangles. You're going to be our crossbow squatty. And I think that everybody. That was a small migrant wave. Don't be mean, chat. We're not trying to be mean. We're not trying to be mean. No, nobody's being mean. Everybody's nice here, right? Chat, everybody's nice here, right? Keep an eye on them. Not to be trusted. Anybody who dreams of, like, ruling the world is not to be trusted. All right, let's place some doors. Get some bedrooms made. All right. And then all of these that currently have things. Rusty in there, Optimus in there, Jangles in there, Rory in there, Akre in there, Bobtron in there, Bastet in there, Amethyst in there, and Celistaris in there. You're only mean when somebody really deserves it. Other than that, you're sweet as a peach. I can be mean sometimes. Generally, I'm not too mean, though. But yeah, no, we will absolutely be doing more city skylines. I'm just kind of like in the Dwarfen mood today because I started a new fort today and it fell over, and it's like, well, when new fort falls over, the only logical thing to do is immediately start a new fort. So we've started a new fort. Who doesn't like an uh-oh? Uh-oh. Testing 1, 2. Testing captions 3, 4. All right. Captions are back online. Sorry, captions weren't online. But they're back now. I fixed them. You don't need to panic anymore. I assume you were. You know, I'm going to be very amused about something. Yesterday's stream on YouTube got limited ad revenue because I assume I cursed too much. I've been talking about God of Murder all day today. If today's stream doesn't get, like, limited ad revenue, I'm going to be slightly concerned. I don't even swear that much, man. Odds are probably, what, that I'm going to get, like, limited ad revenue again? Yeah. It's fine. I don't actually care. The only reason we're streaming to YouTube is Twitch is letting me. And more view better, like, I guess. And I have an audience on YouTube and I have an audience on Twitch. So, like, more view is better. It's almost like a double meaning, that statement. More of you is better. So we just got this tiny little chunk here to finish smoothing up. Also, we're about to get traders, so I should probably build a trade depot. Doesn't really matter what I make it out of, so we'll just place it there. I'm a little bit yawny today. Like, I feel kind of tired. I think part of the reason may be I haven't had enough water today. So I'm going to go designate all these bedrooms. I'm going to go fill a water bottle because I'm out of coffee. And I ran out of water a little while ago, too. So I'm going to go grab me water. I will be right back.
Cheese for everyone!
I have acquired a liter of water. I'm sure that'll do. All right, well. Dwarves are zipping around up top. Getting more beds made. Let's see. Well, I don't actually have that many more dwarves, so that's good. Oh, and the game decided to save. Game, couldn't you have done that right when I went to go get water? That would have been very convenient. Instead, this is very inconvenient. Oh, geez, I didn't notice this. Chat, did you guys know that Dwarf Fortress hit 20,000 reviews? We've been at like 19,000 since like January. Finally hit 20,000. It's kind of nuts, actually. Can I just comment on the fact that there's a person who left a negative review for Dwarf Fortress because dwarves won't drink milk even if they're dying of thirst? Dwarf isn't baby cow. The hell? What a hill to die on, right? Pretty sure dwarf isn't baby cow. Clearly not understanding dwarf culture. You're onto something here, Sage. You're onto something. You're onto something here. I mean, dwarven culture is a very refined culture of, brew alcohol, drink alcohol, live alcohol, love alcohol. Life is mostly alcohol. We are going to make us 2 things. We are going to make a corner. You know, actually, let's do this. Some kind of vegan propaganda. What is this? Some kind of drug normalizing stream? Genuinely a statement I got about my channel once. Unironically. Why is this stream normalizing the use of illegal drugs? And I'm sitting there here in Canada talking about the new the new pipe I got for smoking weed. And I'm just like, but it's legal. What? Anyway. It's your hill? Wait, what's your hill? You do the same thing with the app letterbox. They don't like to allow, they do not allow you to like your own review. With the app letterboxed. Huh. Why don't they let you, like, you know, review your own food? Anyway, so now we actually have a problem, chat room. Well, first off, I found self-right, which is great, but we actually have a problem. Problem is I'm out of food. We're also out of pets. So I should probably... Wait, actually, no. We are never... You know what? We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. The 5th of limestone, we should be getting traders. I'm just going to assume that we are going to get traders. That is my assumption. We currently do, in fact, have... should. I mean, it's only the 6th. We're a brand new fort. By all logical accounts, we should, in fact, get traders. Should. Key point there is should. And this is how I die. I mean... Probably not wrong, actually. Potentially not wrong. Possibly very wrong. So what I'm going to do... Well, there's 2 things I'm going to do. One of the things I'm going to do is this. This is one of the things I'm going to do. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, a supply caravan from the Grand Fountains is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarves. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Mugs? No. No. No, mugs are a terrible trade good. They were bad in older versions of the game, and like if you sell them in mass, they literally are worth like a dwarf buck a piece. So not only are they a massive waste of stone to trade, you're better served selling blocks. But I respect it for the meme, so smile and nod. Yes, definitely make mugs to sell. Send these mechanisms over. Do I even have a broker? I do not. Rusty, congratulations. You're now my broker. We're going to buy food off of them. That's what we're going to do. We're also going to get some nitwit cutting gems is what we're going to do. Optimus meets with the elf outpost liaison Catan and says, I mean, liaison from the Outlands, there's much to share. What requests do you have of our merchants? At which point I will say, gold or iron, please, and steel, please, and bronze, please, and anvils, please. Crutches and tanned hides is what they want. Well, next time we got lots of those on the surface. Dwarves are getting hungry. It's going all right. Karoth Vex. Going all right. I see brains. That's a good sign. They have cheese. Also a good sign. Dwarves are all hungry. Most of them are hungry. Did I make tables? No, I didn't. Rock, table. Rock, throne. Gonna make them both out of microcline? And jump down here and make 2 stoneworkers workshops side by side. All right, now we can trade. Buy the brass and bronze. Buy some of the raw clear glass. Buy everything except for the bumblebee venom? I will buy that silver warhammer. Buy the steel crossbow. I will buy the picks. Never mind, I won't buy the picks. Actually, no, I just won't buy the steel crossbow. What I really need is like food. So let's buy the meat. Try and trade that. Nope. Pushing it too much. All right, we now have food again. We are no longer dying of starving. You tried so hard to get GP to play this last night. Yeah, I was watching. I saw. He did kind of just end up playing Vermintide. It's okay. We'll bring him back at some point. Is there a task that you can queue that will engrave all of your slabs, or do you need to keep doing it one by one? Not without DF Hack. DF Hack does have a command to do that, though. But I don't particularly like to use it, even. It's a little bit too cheaty feeling. Well, let's just buy all these plump helmets. That'll put us back into a better spot, as well as the cave fish. This. All right. Right now, let's just not buy all of the fish. I am actually trying to find the caverns now. Great. All right, we are in a much better spot now. That is good. Good, good, good. We are no longer dying of starvation anymore. I love just the random eyeball. It's just a snail eye, 4 of them. 2 snails were killed in the making of these eyes. Yeah, it was Vermintide too. Start panicking when your food dips below 40 in the first year. I know how to acquire more food. Although I once went 7 years without making bedrooms or a kitchen, so, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person to ask that question to. Oh, the frig, how tiny are those? It's a giant snail eye and we just don't know that. Also, I should be doing this at, like, priority 2. 3's even better. And I need some more dwarves mining. I bought some more picks. Don't need to keep cutting gems. I guess kind of what it is the better you get at Dwarf Fortress, it's not like the more min-maxed you get, you just know how you can push the game to be able to pull off things you're trying to complete. So, because I've been playing this game for so long, I really know how much I can stress the dwarves and how, like, much I can push the limits of things like this. What you're noticing while getting back into Dwarf Fortress is that you always have around 6 to 10 non-happy, miserable dwarves by, like, year 2, maybe by at the end. Well, what's causing them to be miserable? Also, if we're talking, like, out of 200 dwarves, that's a pretty good ratio. It's like 20 to 30. Sounds like you've just got a dead cat in your tavern or something. Like, I honestly, like, this is one of those things where without looking at your fortress, I actually can't tell you. Or seeing someone die. Well, you've already answered your question, then. Also, I wouldn't say that's really a problem. That's just kind of Dwarf Fortress acting as intended. Like, some dwarves will get broken. And it's part of the making of this film. So, over time, you will find out ways of minimizing that, but unless you want to be like, you know, Deep Space and maximize that. Some people certainly play that way. And it's certainly a play style. It's probably a dead cat in your tower. It's so specific. I mean, like, believe it or not, I once lost a fortress because I didn't notice a dead cat. This was in the ASCII version, and it was, like, underneath a pile of other things. And so I never noticed that there was a dead cat in my central stairway, and everybody, like, kind of started tantruming. And this was back when tantrums were actually a threat and not like they are now, where they're just kind of there. And I ended up tantrum spiraling out of the fortress and couldn't figure out what happened. And then, like, upon, like, deeper inspection, found a literal dead cat in my stairwell. So, you know, like, or like the one fortress where I couldn't figure out why, like, my dwarves kept seeing the dead body of somebody that died 30 years ago and then realized his rotten arm was on top of one of my walls next to where he was killed. It's like, which still counts as seeing the body of something dead. There's just like a decapitated arm on top of this wall. If you saw a dead cat, you would spiral. True, yeah. Two dwarven children, angry buzzards came along and took care of them. Problem is not much was left of them. Job's done. Yeah, well, there you go. Blackberries. Why don't you just eat the blackberry? You're supposed to eat the seeds. Goofy dwarf. Doesn't know how to eat blackberries. What's my favorite berry? I used to have a choir instructor named Barry. What's my favorite berry? That's a hard choice, mate. Probably blueberries. When you said, what's your favorite berry? Like, immediately just berry came to mind. I haven't thought about that, man, in a very long time. But yeah, I would probably say blueberries. Blackberries are probably a close second. Raspberries are up there. Who's my old choir instructor? His name was Barry, okay? He's also one of those people where it's like, man, he was like kind of getting up there when I knew him. I wonder if he's still around. Barry B. Benson? No, not Barry B. Benson. I can confirm that was not his name. His first name was, in fact, Barry, though. It always makes you want to eat some berries. Berries are good for you, so I see no problem with this. So I still need to sort out this lack of food issue. Which is very much an issue. So there's a scary wall right over here. But a blackberry and blueberry combo is pog. I tend to agree with that. Using a drink without a goblet, cup, or mug. Well, okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to slam this shut. That needs to close. It's now closed. And so far... Oh shit, I found bituminous coal. That's actually pretty great. Can I don't mind this. Yes, I can. And now that we're up here, we're just going to garden up here for right now. It's suboptimal and not the best, but we're going to do it. Finding coal is fantastic, though. Food, seeds. No barrel. Just none. Nada. Nil. Nah. No. Nopers. And, let's do this and this. No, I'm definitely settling in the magma sea. Just look at the layer level next time we get down there. Also, some migrants have arrived, so get ready to get named, chat. But first, I'm going to finish what I'm doing. All right. Our newest arrival is Fath. Chat, if you would like a dwarf, raise your hand and say, pick me! Goes for both chats, too. First officers, we're going to go with Fath, who be a hunter. Darren Sullivan. Darren Sullivan is not bothered in the slightest by deviations from the norm or even extreme differences in lifestyle or appearance, dislikes helping others and feels strong urges and seeks short-term rewards, is incredibly brave in the face of looming danger, perhaps a bit foolhardily, and tends to not be swayed by emotional appeals, generally finds herself to be quite hopeful about the future and has a calm demeanor, does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and is conflicted by this as she values artwork and its creation. She tends to share her own experiences and thoughts with others, and her hands begin moving when she becomes exasperated. She mutters under her breath when she's trying to remember something. does have some family members. She's Uncle Jangles is related to her. Uncle Jangles actually sounds like a real thing. And dreams of crafting masterworks someday and sees life as unfair and doesn't mind it that way. I could see this dwarf doing real well with Uncle Jangles, but according to this, they're not super stress resilient, so we're not actually going to give them that dwarf. This one down here, maybe, though. Up here, we have Lytast, who is the husband of Darren. This dwarf can be... Ravagor over here dislikes receiving advice, preferring to keep his own counsel. Is easily moved to mercy and is stingy with resources when working on projects. Tends to expend any extra effort and finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding. Is very greedy and has a very calm demeanor. He has a greedy streak. And he has a... I missed that. He has a greedy streak, and he has a calm demeanor. He is extremely confident in himself in situations requiring his skills. He is slow to trust others, and he tends to assume that the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. He tends to sometimes act without deliberation, and he tends to present himself modestly. He is not particularly interested in what others think of him, and he often is cheerful. He can handle stress, and he generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. He is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, and he is somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently. Starts to whisper when he's trying to something. Needs alcohol to get through the working day and dreams of crafting masterwork someday, and personally sees artful speech and eloquence as wasteful form of deliberate deception. Wow. Treats it as such and prefers a noisy, bustling life to boring days without activity. Is married and uncle or actually what? Yeah, Uncle Jangles, cousin Bastet, and worships Leto. The next dwarf over here is gonna be Talon Artho. Talon art thou is a hunter, and she is grateful when others help her out. She dreams of mastering a skill. Grateful when others help her out and tries to return favors. She generally finds herself to be quite hopeful about the future. She tends to not be swayed by emotional appeals and is moved by art and natural beauty. She is somewhat quarrelsome, and she is bothered by this, and she values friendship. She tends to be passive in discussion, and she lives a fast-paced life and doesn't really try to get things done perfectly. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and often experience strong cravings or urges. Prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible, and tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. She likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract, and she's brave in the face of imminent danger, and she's quite ambitious, and she finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding, and she does not easily hate or develop negative feelings, and she often feels lustful. She blows her breath out when she's annoyed, and she scratches her head when she's bored. He dreams of mastering a skill, and personally considers craftsmanship to be relatively worthless, and believes it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining, and doesn't really see the point of working hard. Can I put this dwarf into the squads? Yes, I can. Talon Artho, the novice Marks dwarf, joins the military. I'm a little bit scared about having hunters because this is a big, scary biome, but there you go. Next, derp, we have Name one Barry White. Noted. Let's see. Let's go with Top Pike. Top Pike. The Top Pike is married to Talon Artho, and they have a child, their only son. And Top Pike worships Jup and Resmo, very popular deity. Bolt Railed. I know it's Bolt Trailed, but to me it's Bolt Railed with 2 T's. Anyway, lives a high energy kinetic pace and is confident under pressure. Does not often feel lustful and tries to do things correctly each time. Likes to brawl and does not mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. Tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. Needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of mastering a skill and personally sees competition as reasonably important and prefers a noisy and bustling life to boring days without activity. Values good craftsmanship and doesn't feel strongly about the law. And likes Gabbro, Platinum, and Clara Opal, Hedgehog Leather, and the color clear, bucklers and bags and goblets and goats for their eating habits, and the sound of the veneration of lathering him impossible. Prefers to consume giant copperhead snake and apricot wine and cowpeas and apples, and absolutely hates cave spiders. Wink, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so that's that dwarf. What up next? That's a llama. An alpaca, actually, my bee. I think that's everybody, chat. We're up to 17 dwarves Congratulations to everybody who got sins. And that's a lot of giant masked lovebirds. I really don't want these to be on my bad side. I don't want to be on their bad side. I'm going to auto set these up to 1. Priority 1. And we're still mining out this coal down here. And we're getting all this stuff planted. You can hunt them. Food. Now, see, here's the thing. If we hunt them, they'll come back as agitated. Also, nothing's died on the map yet, so I'm a little... Well, actually, that's not true. We did lose. Right. So it's probably not a resurrecting pile. But still, I don't know. I'm being a little bit cautious. Any metals down here? Where's coal? Quite a bit of coal, actually. Masked, yeah. Yeah, no, they're all just flying around in scream masks. Hunting is fine. True. You are getting it. That's totally fine. You're just over here RPing your character. I respect it. Hurry shit. That is a lot of zinc. It's such a shame I can't really do anything with zinc. I guess zinc furniture is the shit, I suppose. Lots of tourmalines. Isn't zinc... Yeah, well, bronze, sure, but I have to find that tetrahedrite that's supposedly on the map. I'm assuming it's tetrahedrite. That's another thing I can never remember is like, well, what in the world is a... It's like, what even is the stones that the friggin' other ores show up in? Because I don't actually know. I know there's like certain stones or certain types of rock layers where minerals form and ones where they don't, but I've never actually like memorized that shit. People keep asking me to tutorialize that. I was like, I don't think I can. Zinc makes brass or nickel silver. There you go. Okay. I mean, I could start wheeling it down. We could start working on it. But yeah, zinc bins for sure. Zinc pots. I don't know. I'm going to start prospecting. Perfect. That's what I needed.
There are 4 types of rock: sedimentary, igneous, metamorphic, and classic.
Certainly, but I can't keep track of any of that. So, like, if I was a smart individual, certainly that would be useful information, but I'm not. So this is probably a deep cavern layer. It's either the second or the third. But this is also really close to home, which is really good, so I can move all my farming stuff down here. I like this upper plateau. What do you think, chat? Ooh, this plateau's even better. I mean, what's the lowest area down here? So someone got bit by a fire snake. Well, that sucks. All right. Let's start making some rock blocks. We are going to make microcline rock blocks, which I have 54, and we are going to make quartzites. So let's do 50 microcline, and let's do 130 quartzite. Let's fly down to here, and we are going to make, let's just say, 3 more of these stoneworker shops. Maybe 4. Let's make 6. All right. They can start doing that. Rock blocks is fun to say. Rock block. Yeah, it is it rolls off the tongue in a satisfying manner. I would agree with that. There's also, fortunately, no reason for the dwarves to go running into the caverns right now. This does actually make things rather easy for us. But to anybody's wondering, the reason we can't really do anything with zinc is because zinc isn't usable for weapons. And the majority of what I need for metals right now is weapons. Fortunately, with zinc, we can use it for making furniture, we can use it for making crafts, all sorts of other fun things. Lava pool? I'm assuming it's like just on the... What a place for that creepy crawler, like right on the tip of that tree. Well, it's definitely a spooky biome because there's creepy crawlers everywhere. I have to figure out how to secure this. A bit of a challenge. I was gonna say, where are you going? You're constructing a building from the wrong angle. Don't get yourself stuck. That's okay. Everybody else is back in. And we are now locked in. Sweet. Now I just need to figure out how to seal this area off. Well, that's Zinks. I see what you did there. There's a joke in there somewhere. Being a joke's in there. We got to move all these boos. Because I'm going to make a big old kitchen. Kitchen gonna go here. Kitchen is also going to include all of the booze. So this right here can become, oh, let's make this into a dining hall tavern actually instead of a meeting hall tavern. So I want them to prioritize hanging out in not the tavern. And this is going to be a inn tavern. I'm going to allow no guests. And, ooh, what do I name this tavern? The... Cup? The Gilded Cup. The Angry Cup. Gotta get some sleep. Scripira? Okay, gotcha. Hopefully around you'll be around some other time. Alrighty, cheers. But we'll be on tomorrow. I usually stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. And as far as the YouTube streams go, the YouTube streams will happen when I'm streaming Dwarf Fortress specifically. Once Dwarf Fortress segment of the day for the day ends, or if I'm not streaming Dwarf Fortress that day, I will not be streaming on YouTube. So YouTube streams will happen when I'm streaming Dwarf Fortress, and if there's demand, maybe I'll consider doing things aside from Dwarf Fortress on the YouTube channel as well. But for right now, while I'm still like prototyping and figuring out if we even want to be doing this, if it's even a good idea, we're just doing the Dwarf Fortress segments for right now. Like, we streamed like 4.5 hours of City Skylines yesterday, which wasn't on the YouTube stream, just on the Twitch stream. Exclusive Twitch content, if you will. And hopefully, based on the excitement that's happened in the stream today, I will be able to get a video out for tomorrow. Hopefully. Yeah, it's fair. Report Scriperium. Which I'm convinced I'm, or is it like is it Cyprio? Or is it like Scri? I'm trying to, I think it's Psy. I'm like I always try to just like decipher usernames for a little bit. And it is always nice to hear that people learn stuff from the YouTube videos. I think I'll just use two microcline boulders and just the rest in blocks for that. Ah, so like Cyprio. Gotcha. A difficult one to decipher, I will say. All right, well, let's move farming to right here. The way we're going to... How about the rest of this is going to be a little tricky. No deaths. No dwarves have died at all today. Definitely not. Nope. I'm able to be extravagant. You want to practice some martial... Akrai really wants to practice some martial art, hey? If you get it, you get it. Yeah. I mean, I too get it. Yep. Definitely get it. Zinc is good for wheelbarrows, actually. Yeah, good call there. Zinc will be good for like any kind of like furniture as well. So we'll probably be largely making zinc furniture because I'm gonna have so much of it. All right, so let's do 3 spots in the ground right here, and let's start smelting down some zinc. Yeah, zinc is the lightest metal in the game, if I'm not mistaken. All right, then here we're going, let's just smooth. Just all of this. And I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go to still. So this corner's done. Sure, but zinc is the lightest, heavily accessible metal. I don't really consider adamantium a metal, per se. Like, yeah, technically candy would be the lightest, but, like, it's technically a cloth because it's spun, so... There is a hungry head in my stairwell. And now it's a dead hungry head in my stairwell. Hmm. I'm not sure if I have any injured dwarves. I may. I'm just gonna kind of hope we don't. He was a bit peckish. He was a bit ahead of this game, I would say. Can we eat it? The hungry head? Probably not anymore. But I could build a butcher shop and try. Most of the dwarves are currently sleeping right now. So chat, we have a bug bat. I'm just gonna go stab it to death. Although the military doesn't seem to mind the bug bat. I could tell them to stab it to death, but we'll just let it be overcome by terror. Go be terrified, you stupid bug bat. You thought you saw that flying around earlier? Eh. So cute. Come on. Shoot, bat. Stop bugging me. Bug bat. Certainly not to be confused with a... Okay, Bobtron is injured. I need to make a quickie wiki hospital for the injured and sore. So let's make a real quick mechanic shop. Just a little guy. I don't care about a little guy. If they can give my dwarves infections, they're dangerous. Apparently we had a baby named Votark who's grown to be a child. If you think you are a child, Chad, say me. I don't know, are you a child? All right, Sanic, unfortunately I have to ban you from the chat because you're too young. Sanic, RS, is now in the fortress, is confident under pressure and accepts favors of developing a sense of obligation, preferring to act as his current situation demands. He has a very calm demeanor, and he forms only strong emotional bonds with others, at times to his detriment, and he can sometimes act with little deliberation, and he does not go out of his way to help others. He tends to be passive in discussions, and he has a tendency to go it alone without considering the advice of others. He doesn't mind wearing something special now and again, and he is not particularly interested in what others think of him. He enjoys the company of others, and he has a greedy streak. He does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive feelings. He can sometimes be quarrelsome, and he is bothered by this since he values friendship. He generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and generally is quite confident in his abilities when undertaking specific ventures. Welcome to the fortress. Child. Dreams of mastering a skill. Personally, greatly prizes loyalty and respects perseverance and doesn't see cooperation as valuable. And I'm going to move this to there. And I'm going to go furnaces, magma smelt. Well, actually, hold up. I actually want to know what materials we're using. Absolutely going for the pink. All of my forges are going to be pink, and it will be glorious. And I'm going to make a stockpile around here. Only thing that's going to go into here is metal ores. And then the only thing I have that I can do, I can make coke. So we're just going to start making coke on repeat. Oh yeah, I'm also going to allow for coal in this. Bituminous coal, or as some people call it, bituminous coal? Bitch at this coal. We're gonna make you out of microcline. And guess I'm assuming I can make a zinc minecart. This right here is going to go all the way up to there, and this is going to be all food stuff except for seeds. And you need to be unbroken. You need to try to butcher an animal. Nope, okay. So I need to set up a dump zone for corpses to throw them into lava. Or alternatively, just simply go up here, make a stockpile. Call it a corpses stockpile. And I need to go into orders, labor, standing orders. Gather outdoor remains. All these. And we are going to make a glorious pink lava forge, magma forge. Iron anvil, quartzite. And up here, I'm going to make a kitchen. Make this out of sandstone. And let's make a, actually you, God, or pet. Oh, frig, we have a crab. Chat, you know what to do. There's a cab. Crab. It's a crab. Crab. It's a crab. It's a crab. Everybody's best friend, crab. We're gonna get up to so much mischief, hopefully, yes. Subtitle said bitchiness coal. Anyway, I need to see, can I make zinc minecarts? Well, it's not a Dwarf Fortress stream without accidentally telling them to assemble an adamantine ballista arrow. Zinc minecart. Excellent. Well, I can make minecarts out of zinc. That's actually very useful. Let's make like 3 of those. And then I'm going to tell them to start working on sulfurite. And sulfurite. And then right here, this. Yeah, minecart track stop. We are going to load metal ores and coal. And that's going to be it. It's going to load from there. There is miasma in the area, and I don't know what it is. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. The hungry head corpse is mangled and rotten. All right, so I guess I also need to make this into a refuse stockpile. Not put bones in there, though. I'm gonna need those. I think maybe we have too many jobs happening at once. All right, well, at least you have a job queued up on you. Even the crabs are grouchy in the way, right? Wooden structures do not decay, but wooden structures do not decay, but wooden items do decay. There's another bug bat. Good lord. I should really just put some cages around. Put a microcline still over here, and we're gonna start brewing. Let the booze brew. Dude. get 2 shops max for those. So that gets done quicker. Brew drinks from fruits and brew drinks from plants. Free range bug bats in this fort. Free range roaming wild bug bats. Friends of the fortress, even. Alright, well, hopefully that corpse will get removed from there in due time. Right now, we're just a little bit busy making blueberry wine. Or bilberry wine, not blueberry wine. And I need... Uh-oh, looks like that body's gone, because suddenly the miasma gone, which is good. Miasma all gone. Miasma is gone. And we're going to go into here. We're going to hack all these pesky trees down. They're all kind of in the way, if you ask me. And we're going to go up here. We also got our zinc. Get rid of those. Fly back down to here. We also got our zinc minecarts, meaning I can assign a zinc minecart. Let's start making zinc. Let's start making furniture out of zinc. What do you think? Zinc chests? Zinc cabinets? And let's say zinc bins? And lastly, let's say zinc wheelbarrows. Let's queue up. I don't have any idea how many is going to end up being here. But let's make 30 zinc chests, 30 zinc cabinets, 20 zinc bins, and 15 zinc wheelbarrows. And I just kind of hope that we'll end up with enough zinc. What's up, Wolfie? Can you make brass? Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I need the other materials to make brass, and zinc is very light by itself. Brass is just a value add. At this point, I'm just going to use the zinc. Anyone died yet? Everyone's dead. It's chaos everywhere. Meant in game, not in chat. Cheeky bastard. Good lord, there is so much coal. It does look nice, yeah. If you want to know the goal, exclamation point Halloween, not exclamation point goal. The reason I say exclamation point Halloween is this fort, or rather, I guess this series of forts has a very specific goal. And it's specifically because of the greatest holiday of the year. In case you were unaware. Halloween. Very clearly, the greatest. The greatest. The one and only. Best day of the year. Halloween. What's the thing with this fort? So the thing with this fort is we are a cult. There's only one faction in this world. It's a small world. This is the second fort that I've done in this world. The first one died horribly. It was entertaining. And our goal is twofold. I want to start a civil war with my own faction before Halloween. And I want to kill everybody in my own fort myself, either by digging too deeply or flooding it with lava, or optimally both, when I get invaded by my own faction. That is my goal. The other thing is I'm not allowed to memorialize dead dwarves. So, ghosts. Ghosts, 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 ghosts. Everywhere, ghosts in my hair. Scream, oh god, terrified, ghosts. Is the goal. You have to lock your door. Definitely do that, yes. You out here scheming? Yes, we evil. What's up, butter? Thank you very much for the 10 pennies. You grab 5 pieces of grass. 5 pieces of grass. No, I can't. It's raining outside. I am also not your monkey. I do not take commands for money. If you would like that, I recommend going to Fiverr. You may have more luck with that. We're also going to make zinc goblets. It's going all right, lazy man, and yourself? Pretty much, yes, Wolfie. That's what I want to do. And then abandon this world. I want to screw over the one dwarven faction in this world and then abandon it. That's absolutely what I want to do. Actually, you know what? Let's just deconstruct all of these and just build a better hospital. Like, I know I can build a much better hospital than this. So let's just do that. That's going to be the hospital. There's going to be 2 ways in. Actually, no, we'll just make 1 way in. It's Rat Bastard. I don't think Bastard is a name, but Ghostrazor is the name of this particular fort. We were thinking about just calling it Hellraiser, but I figured that'd be a bit too on the nose, and then I would actually have to do a Hellraiser theme if I were to name it Hellraiser. Which I'm not quite willing to do. Censorship wouldn't take it down. Like, YouTube wouldn't take it down if it was called Rat Bastard. YouTube might limit the monetization of it, but that's not censorship. That's just them moderating their platform, which is, like, their right. Every platform holder has the right to moderate their platform. Moderation does not equal censorship. Some people will cry that it's censorship, but then they just simply need to not use private platforms. I don't think you can call a fortress bastard. I don't think bastard is a word. I could be mistaken, though. Nope. Bastion, basement, basis, bustins. Yeah, no, there is no word named. There is no word for bastard in the dwarven language. Oh, everybody's planting seeds. I'm not renaming the fortress. Why are we talking about this? You could absolutely name a fortress Ghost Busting, yes. I just didn't want to do that. I like Ghostbusters and all, but this isn't a Ghostbusters fort. We ain't busting ghosts, we're spawning ghosts. There's a difference. We are making the ghosts. You guys have this backwards. I think I can make another pick. Captain Ghosty reporting for duty. Ghost Brewing. Is that actually a brewing company? One I'm not familiar with. Everybody likes their hospitals pink, right? Give me a very pink fort. You'd feel safe in a pink hospital? Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm going to pop up here and take a real quick peek at what's in this. Bunch of random crap. We're just going to lock this and unlock it as needed. Mostly because I don't actually trust the surface right now. And I don't have anything that's watching the surface. There's a buttload of Crundles in this cavern. So many Crundles. Uh-oh. There's about to be a bunch of Crundles in my fort, chat. Well, that's unfortunate. At the very least, there's one Crundle. Time to catch and cast. I thought you can't castrate them. Because they lay eggs, don't they? Like, I'm pretty sure any egg layers can't. I've never tried to castrate a Crundle, so I don't actually know. But I was under the impression that anything that lays eggs can't be castrated, so. Gremlin kind of thing. Yeah, I kind of love Crundles. They're just like, they're a very ineffective vile force of darkness, but damn, they try so hard. They're like the least, they're like Dwarf Fortress's minions, basically. So this is going to be our hospital, which currently has no management options because I have no doctors, and none of my dwarves have any skill at being a doctor. So let's see if this goes better than the last doctor I tried to make out of nowhere. Telenartho, you didn't join the military, I don't think. No, you didn't. Okay, so no, not Telenartho. Sorry, Telenartho, you're not getting that job. We're going to give that to the other hunter. Darren. Yeah, because Darren didn't join the military. Now, this chief medical dwarf is going to learn how to doctor. The game is now saving. But you wanted to be the doctor? No, you no. Sorry, you don't get that, Tellen. You joined the military? You know, I kind of hope they never, like, fix these weird, like, repeated sprites. It's like, you're seeing through the multiverse now. Gaze into the eyes of the multiverse. It's terrifying. You were drafted in the military? Yeah. Willingly, even. You decided to be drafted into the military. That was your decision. You did that. I swear, I had nothing to do with it. This is not my fault. Truly. Hunter is not military, but you had all the stats for it. I'm just saying. I've played Monster Hunter. They're definitely military. Give it you. Give it to Wiz. Man, I wish somebody here actually had some skills in doctoring. I actually need to get stuff from above ground now. Keep running out of zinc, but that's fine. Let's actually just go through in here and place some cabinets. All right, well, got some more cabinets done. Let's get some more chests in here. Plenty of, or more chests than cabinets, but still. It's quite nice cabinets, actually. Worth 40 dwarf bucks. Something. You're settled in at work. Am I alive? Well, I got bad news for you. Not only are you dead, but so is everybody else. So it's at the very least an even level of death. Literally everybody dead. Is your wife a widow? She's also dead. So I kind of was being a little ballsy and digging around, and I kind of found a solid gold demon, which kind of turned everybody into red mush. So we've made a new fort, and we're gonna make a better fort with blackjack and hookers. But alongside of that, the actual reality is that fort just got wiped. But gold is so soft. We had steel weapons, mate. I don't know what to tell you. So the creature that was gold not only was made of gold, but it also had poisonous vapors, which I'm convinced is like tuned all the way up to bajillion more difficult than it actually is. I literally mean everyone is dead. Yes, they all died. I don't know why this is. Or nor do I know why this one dwarf is so pissed. Oh, it's Aquifer. Okay, so this dwarf wants to... Okay, you're in the fence words. I'm actually... Okay, I'm going to get this squad training. This squad has some dwarves that really want to be training. So I'm just going to let these dwarves train. I'm going to put them here. Them there. You guys go train. I don't really have any weapons for them to use, but we'll do what we can. Well, they will all get a weapon. I mean, you've got an axe, you've got a silver warhammer, you've got an iron short sword, iron short sword, iron short sword, bronze shield, and an iron short sword. All right, well, that's something. Why is there blood on the ground? Oh, it's Crundle blood. That's fine. No problem. The alpaca is a pet, so I literally can't kill it. Otherwise, I already would have. Yeah. I mean, if it had any other ability, we could have probably killed it. I wouldn't have been too doubtful of that. But demons are, like, significantly stronger Forgotten Beasts anyways already. Like, they're quite literally just, like, significantly stronger than normal Forgotten Beasts. So, yeah, it was... We were kind of doomed when I dug into that thing. And then I like, tried to see if I could... What's the word I'm looking for here? I tried to see if I could lock it somewhere. But what ended up happening was that instead of being able to lock it somewhere, it would, like, sit just outside of the enclosed spaces, and then when the dwarfs would come out, it would kill them and then move to the next one. Yeah, I couldn't even lock it up, so... We did have some pretty good soldiers, but yeah, it was just kind of a lost cause, unfortunately. There's just fire snakes everywhere. Like, everywhere. Found it quite fascinating today to watch the rise and fall of a single fort during a single stream. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done something like that, isn't it? I don't generally build forts like that are designed to do that.
Ahoy and cheers.
Rev, what up, dude? How's things, mate? It's been a while since I've just been able to build a chunk of my fort out of microclients. I'm kind of happy. I like doing this. Hopefully to fall asleep with controller in hand. I understand that kind of mode. What are you going to be playing? You know, the easy way to do this is this. And up here, we're going to dig up one level, up into here, and we're going to roof this all off. And this up here you can get sealed. Let's do it this way. I don't need such a large area down here. And then, I'm wondering if they're actually going to complete this. Or are you planting? Oh, you're planting seeds. Okay. You had a great fort once, were attacked by flying hill titan that had webs. Yeah, it didn't last long. At least reclaiming is always an option. Oh, totally. No, like, Dwarf Fortress doesn't care about the player, but the Dwarf Fortress is also extremely forgiving to the player. It's like, yeah, the game doesn't care about your gameplay experience, but, like, at the same time, the game doesn't, like, go out of its way to fuck you over intentionally because you're doing well. It'll go out of its way to fuck you over regardless of if you are doing well. Some more recent wrong hack of the Final Fantasy V that you want to play. Gotcha. Well, that's neat. You have fun. So you want to practice some martial arts. So now you're practicing a martial art. Oh, that somebody in charge. This dwarf's had so many good thoughts recently. And it's like, this is the most stressed dwarf in the fort, and I've given them a hammer. It's like, hey, you want to practice a martial art? All right, go. Practice a martial art. Bah. What could possibly go wrong? So this is hospital. Put a table there. And it thought I made a traction bench already, but apparently I didn't. Learn to become an alpaca. You know, actually, let's cancel this. Seems like we're fighting with Crundles again. Anxiety medication when you have a Warhammer? I mean, yeah, just go punch a frickin' window. Sounds great. Let's see, is this dwarf actually satisfied with their current tasks? To be inebriated. You're literally practicing a martial art right now. When you say martial art, do you mean like something that doesn't require a uniform? I actually wonder about that. Do you have any plans? Are you going to do like you did before with it or something new? You mean like, what do you mean? Streams or tutorials? Like, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. I'm just curious about something. I'm trying to figure out how to make them spar. 'Cause I'm like, I know that I've managed to make them do that before. But sparring is better than individual combat drills, which is what I actually want them to do. You're bad like before. Hold on, let me just look it up on the wiki. Not entirely sure what the requirements are right now. Sparring is a form of melee combat performed by 2 dwarves. Sparring is a mostly safe way for experienced soldiers. Sparring tends to train in usable combat skill within fighting, blah, blah, blah. Must only begin sparring when there are at least 2 dwarves with competent in their fighter skill. Okay. With unequal skill levels will not spar, will spar but not frequently. If 2 dwarves are very close skill levels, they will spar much more frequently. This is maximized by using the position and assigning. Maximized by using position assigning 2. It's currently believed that the best way to encourage sparring, rather, is to use 2 or 3 dwarf squads for training. Both of the dwarves should have the same weapon to maximize chances. Right, okay. Makes sense. Which is fine. They won't spar until they get... Yeah, they just need to be at the same level, according to the wiki. Assuming that hasn't changed much. I have far too much work for these dwarves right now, so me telling my dwarves to train right now is actually a bit redundant. So I actually just need them working. Point where we really need another migrant wave. But yeah, chat room, I'm not gonna lie, I would be very, very happy if the average view count numbers could stay a little closer to the way they have been as of late, because it's been real nice, actually. It's been really, 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 really nice having, you know, like roughly 200 people watching. I don't know if it's got something to do with the streams on YouTube. It would actually be really cool if that's the case, but just average numbers in general have been a lot better since I got back. Maybe I should go on vacations more often. Mass producing armor all day, you just realized you need to make particular sizes for people? Yep. Yeah, if they're humans, they need human-sized armor. If they're animal people, they need specific animal people-sized armor. Dang near coincide with mine. Yeah, totally. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter where you watch me, Rev. Like, you're subscribed to the channel. Like, even if you're not contributing to the active, like, you know, viewer count number, you are still assisting the stream, so it is all good. Means a lot, mate. Do not worry about it. Satisfied upon improving intimidation. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to make a no-uniform squad, and I'm going to put Aquifer in it by themselves. And I'm just going to get Aquifer training by themselves. Because Aquifer really wants to practice a martial arts. So I'm just going to let them go be a wrestler by themselves. Decided to treat it just like a natural selection process. The people that can find the gear can have the gear. That is honestly one of the best ways to do it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, Disco Waffles, that is actually like the way I do it. Hi, Pilot. Happy Halloween. How's yous? How's things? What's up? Good to see you. Got some elf running around wearing nothing but a copper boot. There's a reason elves die off when we're within World Gen. Elves don't generally die off within world gen. It's usually kobolds that die off within world gen. Elves usually do quite well, actually. All right, let's just go over to kitchen orders real quick. Labor kitchen. Okay, please don't cook any of my drinks. Please don't cook plump helmets, seeds. Don't cook plump helmets. And let's just go into here. And just produce fine meals, and let's just do 100 of them. And let's start making zinc barrels. Such an ugly little space on the ground here. It's like not even funny how ugly it is. Like nothing going on here. Just a crammed up space full of stuff. What's up, Tommy? How you been, dude? Still the most depressed dwarf in the fort by a lot. Uh-oh. Wait, no. I'll say, what are you doing then? Why are you out here? Thought I had a dwarf stuck somewhere they couldn't get back from. Turns out, no. You're not. Crammed up little space full a tough could also describe... Crammed up little space full of stuff could also describe your house. I get you. Why are you upset? What is up, Tommy? Is there another hungry head? There is, in fact, another hungry head. As for exactly where, I'm not sure. Oh, that poor Oh, I see. Well, I mean, they're upset because they lost their entire family in front of them, as well as all of their friends in their life in my last fort. So it's a little bit of past trauma coming back to hit them. But it's fine. They really want to train martial arts, so you know what? We're letting them do that. They want to just stand around and do karate stationary. And you know what? We're letting them do that. It's exactly what they want. Wait, that's trauma? What? If that isn't, then what is? Like, what? This is kind of nutty. YouTube just sent me this link. It says, Blind, here's your quarterly YouTube shopping performance summary. Okay. I've tagged a total of 4 different products in 9 different videos. I've had 681 product clicks and a total of 492,663 product impressions. Oh, I have my fourth wall shop linked on my YouTube channel. Still. That's absurd. Sorry, big number. Also, apparently a game-ready driver is available. I hope it has the City Skylines logo on it. NVIDIA. That is a big number, yeah. Is the sweater ready? Mister, I literally posted a prototype of a thing yesterday that Now Cooler is working on, and you're just like, is it ready? you heard of a thing called patience? Because to actually answer your question, no. No, it isn't. It's very, very, very much not. I did a rough mock-up of something that looked like absolute garbage that you wouldn't want to buy yesterday, whilst, like, being a little bit stoned. And I was like, this seems like a terrible idea. We should do it. Anyway, speaking of that terrible idea, chat, what do you think of this terrible idea? Like I said, it's a rough mock-up. But they're actually knit. Anyway, I came up with a much better one, which I didn't share in the Discord. Anyway, Ku is making a better version of my shitty mock-up. So it's a holiday sweater that will confuse your family members. Take my money? Sure, throw it directly at your monitor. I'll gladly take all of your money. Oh, you mean in exchange for a sweater? We have to make the sweater first. Brings it within NVIDIA recommended settings for City Skylines 2, which basically just turns a ton of stuff off. Gotcha. Spitalier, thank you very much for the 48th month. What's up, dude? How you been, man? Good to see you, mate. Hope you've been well. Is it an ugly Christmas sweater? Yes. It is, in fact, a very ugly Christmas sweater. It's a vile force of Christmas sweater, in fact. Oh, that's good. Congratulations on waking up in, like, decent shape. Still, so far, only found zinc. How's the fort? The fort is pretty okay. The first one was pretty dead. This is the second fort we've started today with the same theme. We are trying to be evil. And by that I mean the goal is to start a civil war and end the faction. It's quite literally the goal. So we are trying our damnedest to eventually start a civil war and then end the fort. Which hopefully will end in fun. Fingers crossed. What was that? With this cluster? Thought I saw something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Just gonna auto mine all the way down because I've actually found some pretty valuable materials before by doing this. Just auto mining all the way down. Amethysts, Armelines, Cobaltite. Very unsuccessful, unfortunately. Keep digging out the layers that we've already started digging in that have been somewhat successful. Why am I wanting to start a civil war with the faction? Because it's Halloween. We're evil. It's a theme. What more do you? I don't know. You know, it's funny. People always ask. There's like, Blind. Okay, what's the next theme? What's a new theme? You want a new theme? New theme. I come up with a new theme for once that's actually like a theme, and people are like, why are you doing that? Make up your mind, internet, please. Gosh darn it. Because it's Halloween. We're also not burying our dead. You know, there's no memorializing in this fort. So if anybody dies, we're just gonna have ghosts floating around. It's also technically a terrifying biome, but it hasn't been particularly terrifying just yet. The ocean just kind of screams at us every so often, and there's a buttload of friggin' crundles everywhere. You have a vague newbie question if you have any ideas. You built a trader post in the middle of the fortress in one of your dwarven caravan visits, I think in the third year. Caravan guards started to kill a few of your civilians. They were not marked as hostile in the creature view, but they were chasing down civilians and killing them. That sounds like a civil war. Or like some sort of weird loyalty cascade. I have no idea. They certainly aren't your traders, if that's the case. But like you said, they weren't marked as hostile. So I have no idea. That is weird activity. Biome is hiding from the terrifying dwarves, sure. The internet has no mind to make up. Fair, I suppose. But no, the whole point of this is like we're supposed to be evil. It's a Halloween theme, so I don't know what you want from me. If that's confusing, then drag. Am trying to give chat room entertainment. That is why we are attacking our own homes. Or why we are going to try and attack our own dwarves. Or am I putting the bodies outside? Currently we have none, but I'm not sure what we'll do with them. Probably put them in a hole in the basement, likely. It sounds like an excellent storytelling opportunity in regards to what happened to Slappy. Curious about that cobaltite. Also, what's up, Bane? Was that you in the YouTube chat a little while ago? Because there was another Bane in the YouTube chat, and I wasn't sure if that was you or not. Regardless, hi, good to see you. How's things? That was you? Okay, yeah, the world's not ending. We're just literally allowed to stream on YouTube, as well as Twitch now. Twitch partners are now allowed to do that. So you're probably, if you follow a lot of partners, Twitch partners on Twitch and also on YouTube, you're probably going to see them popping up everywhere. Suddenly streaming in both places. Cobaltite down here. All right. But yeah, I can sort of see why it would seem like the world is ending. But trust me, it ain't. Everything is just fine, more or less. What metals am I hunting? Literally anything I can make into a weapon. And also maybe trying to find another cavern layer while we're at it. But mostly just literally anything I can make into a weapon. Kind of want this dwarf to just go pick up equipment and then just chill. We're making crundle meals, apparently. Apparently, crundles have enough brain to make it into a stew. Just over here making crundle food. Crundle feed? Crundle snack. There's also another dead crundle over here. We're just making crundle lunchables. It'll take a while to build. Crundle nuggets, there you go. Crundle Crunch, everybody's favorite cereal. Sometimes it's better late than never to the party, though. Okay. I mean, it has actually been a pretty long... Now that I look at the time I've been streaming, it has been a pretty long stream today, hasn't it? 9 hours and 22 minutes on YouTube, total of 10 hours and 21 minutes and 51 seconds. Doing another long stream tomorrow, of course. Starting off with this fortress and then some city skylines in the evening. But yeah, that's literally all I'm looking for, is literally anything I can make into a weapon. Anything I can stab a fool with. Poor, poor, poor dwarf. Hope we get to trade again. You literally walked across the map twice just to go attend a meeting with somebody? I mean... Go conduct the meeting then. Satisfied at work. Empathy while being yelled at by an unhappy citizen. Bloody shame, that. Ah. I was wondering when that was going to happen. So, I need to let this dwarf out, because this dwarf is not smart. Actually, you know, probably the easier way to do this. Build yourself a ramp up. Just get that built across. Hopefully no dwarves just, you know, go use that. That would be silly if they were to get themselves stuck in the same place a second time. Ember's over here running quartzite around. It reminds me of the energy drink. Bang. Start your day off with a bang. Some of the weirdest marketing I've ever seen for a beverage. It's the only time I've ever, like, genuinely felt awkward at a convention is when you're wandering around and then some lady in a, like, one-piece bathing suit thing walks up to you and out of with no context just shouts at you, "Do you want to bang?" It's the fastest way to just, like, make your brain skip 150 steps and just go, "Wait, what the fuck happened? What's being said to me right now? Oh, you're talking about an energy drink. Right." Nope, but I mean, that's actually usually the response I hear. They're literally talking about free samples of an energy drink, usually. Just wondering, but do you build more aesthetic or do you min-max? I do not min-max. Min-max can go max the min right out that to hell and back. Min-maxing ruins video games. Energy drink called Balls. Balls is a decent energy drink. Actually, Bang is just pretty bad, usually. Bang is just pretty bad, usually. I can do better. Unfortunately, no, but also, like, that's not what they mean. They're shoving a can in your face, usually. Your balls and run like hell. You know, we never actually had balls up here, but I did get sent many ads for balls. Because they were quite funny. Basically, all of the dwarves are doing jobs right now, so I can't actually queue up more jobs currently. Because everybody is currently doing something. And there we go. Then we just got to do this. This. And this. And then just wall this entrance off. And then basically just seal this off. And then that'll be all we need for right now. Now we have a little safe gardening area. Oh, God, I forgot to remove barrels. Back. Sweet, they didn't actually put anything in it. That's good. A min-maxed fort is a boring fort in Dwarf Fortress unless your name is Tekid. My name is not Tekid, so a min-maxed fort to me is a very boring fort. That's generally how I feel. Jangles, the militia captain, is at this. Doing an alright job. Just kind of lonely right now. Dwarves are being overworked. Why are they... Wait, they are shoving cans in your face? Have you never been to a convention? Like any kind of industry convention that has, like, product booths? They're just, like, throwing free samples at you, basically. Not literally throwing, but shoving free samples in your general direction. Constantly.
Woo.
Thank you very much for the Prime sub for a second month. Appreciate you. Have you grown up yet? It takes 18 years for a dwarf to grow up, and you are 2. So, no. There's a dead Grundle in the middle of the hallway, which I'm sure is helping all the dwarves' mental states. Just trying to keep these goddamn bug bats, hungry heads, and Grundles out. All I'm really trying to do. Could also just get the military training up here, which would be quite funny, actually. Please kill this hungry head. We have an injured dwarf here. Oh, God. The timing! Game! Why? It's your dwarf's way of saying you need a zinc toy. I don't know if you need one, but I probably should make some. All the angry red faces? What do you mean by all the? We have one. And besides, it's not time for the great sacrifice. We have not completed our duty as glorious cultists just yet. Once we have completed our duty, then we can consider doing stuff. Speaking of, we have taken a bunch of dwarves into hospital. I need a well, like yesterday, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way down to the top. Oh, that's actually very convenient. We're gonna go like right here. I'm gonna build a well. Actually, you know what? Let's just dig this whole thing down again. The layer. Okay, I know that you're there. Are you actually stuck above ground? No, you're not. What game? You're lying to me. That's a terrible... I need to just disable that command. That command's awful. Hold on. Let me just get rid of this thing. Shut up! All right, you come all the way down to here. Let's forbid all of this. What have we? Beer, I would assume. Speaking of, we're going to put a well up there. I need an empty bucket. Okay. I need some buckets anyway, so we'll make 10 buckets. Very small amount of beers. Yes, considering there's 192 people in this chat, and 1, 2, 3, 4 people posted beers when Brofication demanded beer. I think chat is failing us. All right, well, water is about to go flowing into the fortress, which is terrible, horrible, no good, very bad. However, the bright side is there's a lot of dwarves running up and down the stairwell right now, and all of them are getting happy thoughts about the fact that it's they're near a waterfall. So I'm sure this will actually be totally fine. See, this dwarf right now definitely just went down the waterfall and didn't get any thoughts. Well, you goddamn lazy dwarf. But that being said, thank you very much for the dollar. Rev says post beers with $1, meaning you better bloody post the goddamn beers. Pause a bunch of jobs real quick. I really would like them to fix this thing. Because turns out there is actually just water pouring into my stairwell right now, which is not great. I'll have you know. I found some Kesserite. I guess that's a good thing. Found some tin. Yep, we have a waterfall currently. Just trying to make a well, actually, is all I'm trying to do. And, it's not really a mood hack, but... Oh my god. How many dwarfs does it take to screw in a light bulb, chat? It's the question we're all wondering right now. What a light bulb is the actual question. Is the actual like correct answer. Shut up, game. Okay. Now, put a block right there. Not difficult. Very easy. Caravan from the Dwarfises have arrived, and my temper is shortening. Come on, you dumb Dwarfises. I need this well to function. Right now, it's clearly non-functional. Unfuck this well, please, dwarves. Thank you much kindly. Okay, well, you're building the well, Lennox, so you've, like, recovered some of my respect. You, right here, are building the wall. Oh, no, you're making rock blocks. Okay. I'm not blaming you, I'm blaming you. I'm blaming your dwarf, not you. There's a very big difference. Of all the places you could conduct a meeting, I just... mate, you have an office. I'm an evil fort. You are very correct. And Lennox now is trying to trap not only the expedition leader, but also the outpost liaison in the well. I realize that I am an evil fort, yes, but I am an evil fort that is very, 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 very short on population, so you have to hide your evil tendencies for a bit until you have enough population. Right now, we don't have enough population. You want to learn swimming? Uh-huh. You want to learn drowning? More like... All right, fuck it. I'm gonna take the nuclear option, chat room. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to put a door here. If you guys all insist on building the thing wrong, I will simply let you put a door there. And also, yes, shut up. Fuck off. Okay. I will simply put a door there. The door will get opened by a ghost. That's fine. We'll just get a surprise rain shower in the basement. That's a problem for future me. Current me doesn't mind. Okay, actually, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to dig into this wall here. I'm going to continue making this problem worse. I'm going to put these blocks here. These dwarves have too much free time? Oh, probably. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the door here. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the door there. Yep. Nope. Okay, no, never mind. That's not... This door still needs to be built. It's just getting pushed out because there's enough water flowing out of here now that this is actually a problem. Smooth this so less water starts flowing down my cage. Oh, cool. We finished making the chests. Neat. Okay, so... Okay, sweet. Now I can do the cool thing, which is lock the door and then fill it in this way. So this is perfect. What, me yelling at the fact that my dwarves are incapable of building a well? It doesn't matter how much experience you have in this game, your dwarves will still find a way to fuck with you. Like, genuinely. There is no more dwarves inside. Not anymore. It's fine. Problem solved, sort of. I'm actually going to sell these zinc goblets. And we'll make some more zinc goblets. Zinc goblet. Dwarves are the embodiment. Okay, I mean, Dwarf Fortress is just the true spiritual hardcore successor to, like, Lemmings. We've been over this many times. A well-known fact amongst the Dwarf Fortress community. Dwarves and Lemmings, actually very distant relatives. Free farming at the bottom of the staircase. You know, you make a very valid point. I'm probably just gonna fill it all in out of spite. And also, they broke one of my smelters. One of my smelters can't work right now. I literally have to unbuild and rebuild one of my smelters because the water made an obsidian pillar appear. This one's still working though. This water didn't happen to flow in right there. All right, let's see. What can we sell them? What can we buy from them? All of this. Okay, sweet. Trade. Oh, never mind. I can't actually buy all that. I don't have enough money. Gold too expensive. All right, so let's also bring I want to say they wanted quivers. Could be very wrong, though. Could bring a few stews. Crundle brain stew makes you smarter. And we're going to trade. There. Aw, not quite enough value still. Actually gonna bring these steel bolts. They're still going. Nope, that's a lie. Shh. Don't tell anybody. It's a secret, just between you and me. Admittedly, I went longer yesterday. Went on for 10 hours and 44 minutes. Yesterday, I went for 11:20, I think. Your dwarf needs toys. And I didn't even get to trade. All right, that's it. That's it for the day. I didn't get to trade. I'm upset. Why is there a Crundle arm in the wood pile? Why is there a mutilated Crundle Why? All right, chat room. So, today was very productive. We built not one but two forts. The first one got wrecked horribly, and then the second one. I'm having technical difficulties with dwarf behaviors. But it's been entertaining. Where else would you put it? Ha ha ha. I mean, we built this. This looks kind of cool. This will be a cool looking fortress if I ever actually get to build it. But we'll be working on this fortress tomorrow for a good, like, 6 hours or so. And then we'll be playing some more City Skylines tomorrow evening. But for those of you here on Twitch, we can say goodbye YouTube now because I'm shutting down the YouTube stream. So, folks over on YouTube, I just gotta say, thanks for hanging out with us today. It's good to have you. And we'll see you in the VODs. But if you are on YouTube, and for some reason you would like to raid with us on Twitch, pop into the Twitch channel. Let's go raid. All right. And there goes the YouTube stream. And it got 999 views. I should have gone for another 5 minutes. Let me just see something real quick. Let me just double check that it went unlisted, which it should. Yes, it did. Sweet. Perfect. All right. So chat room, we are going to go raid somebody now. It's that time of the day. I'm going to put a marker in the chat. But before I start the raid stuff up, I just want to ask you a question. Rate this stream out of 10, chat. How do we do? And if you were watching in the YouTube perspective too, it still counts. How was the stream for you today? Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the broadcast? Just give me a rating out of 10, or out of whatever number. It don't matter.